Hello, welcome to a weekend update from Granada Reports. First, residents and community groups in Cheshire are protesting against proposals to build the region's first new town since Warrington was developed 50 years ago. At least 14,000 homes could be built around the village of Adlington, but locals say it's too big and it would effectively merge the towns of Stockport and Macclesfield. Emma Sweeney has more.
Stop the new town!
They're angry. They're worried, and they say no one asked them. That's why plans for a new town near Adlington and Macclesfield has brought these locals out in protest.
It wasn't made very apparent until very recently when I found out about it through Facebook.
There was, as far as I'm aware, not a lot of consultation, at least not that was publicly made.
Well, this place is one of 12 locations named by the government as a potential site for a new town. It could have up to 20,000 new homes and 40% of those affordable. So what's the issue?
The issue is that the land that these homes would be built on, the reason it's greenbelt is some of the most fertile grazing land in this country, and we produce millions of litres of milk around here. If these farms are gone, we can't get them back.
The government says it's getting Britain building to make homes more affordable and insists that any potential development will not come at the expense of the environment. A final decision isn't due until the spring, but with the direction of travel yet to be confirmed, many locals say they'll continue to fight.
We know we need more housing in this country, but we have to have the right housing in the right places. Over 3,000 people have signed the petition. I'll be taking it to the heart of government to make sure people are clear that folk around here don't want this new town here.
The landowner said it's working closely with local farmers to ensure that their interests are protected, and said its focus had now turned to local engagement, design and planning, adding all of which we recognise must be rooted in meaningful conversations with local residents, buildings and civic leaders. But as frustration builds, not everyone's convinced that those in power are really listening. Emma Sweeney, ITV News, Adlington.
Next tonight, the name of a First World War hero has been added to his hometown's memorial more than a century after his death. Sergeant Herbert Gollins received a Distinguished Conduct Medal in Horwich, where he lived, just months before he was killed in action. But his unknown link to Winsford was realised only when the medal went up for auction earlier this year.
In the short term, it'll go on display in the town library, and then in the long term, it'll go on display in another location here in Winsford. It's a very rounded story now that we've located the medal, discovered Herbert's story, and critically located his direct descendants.
Meanwhile, around 40 blind veterans have attended a remembrance service outside Piccadilly Station in Manchester. It took place at the Victory Over Blindness sculpture. The service was organised by Veterans UK, the charity for vision-impaired ex-servicemen and women. I'm back with an update at 10 to 7 tomorrow. For now, though, from me and the rest of the weekend team here, very good night. Bye-bye.